Vice President Harris distancing herself from President Biden's comments in which he appeared to refer to former President Trump's supporters as garbage.
Listen, I think that, first of all, he clarified his comments, but let me be clear, I strongly disagree with any criticism of people based on who they vote for. You heard my speech last night and continuously throughout my career. I believe that the work that I do is about representing all the people, whether they support me or not. And as President of the United States, I will be a president for all Americans, whether you vote for me or not. That is my responsibility, and that's the kind of work that I've done my entire career, and I take it very seriously.
So Biden sparked backlash Tuesday night when he appeared to compare Trump's supporters to garbage. He was commenting on the racist joke that the comedian made at the Trump rally at Madison Square Garden.
So a couple things. First of all, they got to move these little press gatherings further away from the plane.
Yes, it happens all the time.
Yeah, every time. You can't hear them. They got to step away from the plane a little bit. Second of all, look, I think she did what she needed to do. I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon. I think she's going to be asked about this again, but that's pretty much the response that you have to give if you're Harris. You're kind of straddling that line of not completely throwing Biden under the bus, but also distancing yourself from his comments as much as possible. I thought you made a good point yesterday, Chris, with that comment. Obviously, it has triggered, and for good reason, Trump supporters, but I don't know how much of an impact it has beyond all of that. Trump is definitely taking advantage of the moment in a number of ways.
Outfit?
Yeah. We'll get to the garbage truck stunt in a second, but I got a text yesterday, and it said, Kamala's boss, Joe Biden, just called all my supporters garbage. It's Trump. You are amazing in all caps. And then I got an email, and it said, from President Trump, you are not garbage. I love you. You are the best our nation has to offer.
I got that one, too.
Did you get that one, too?
Yeah, very similar, yeah.
I thought he just sent that to me.
No.
So you had Trump. He was in Wisconsin, and there's a garbage truck there. Now,
it's a MAGA garbage truck.
Yeah, MAGA
his
garbage
name
truck.
on the side of it and everything.
A couple different things. He's obviously trying to capitalize on the moment. I thought the McDonald's stunt was a good stunt. I thought that went well. This one, I guess it would be better if you didn't have the original comment in play where you had the comedian call Puerto Rico an island of garbage. So this kind of, keeps that in the news cycle in a way.
It's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah, and then you also had the moment, even though I noticed Fox News has edited this part out when they keep showing the video, where Trump tries to get in the truck and he almost falls down. I mean, if he kind of missed the handle and slipped a little bit.
They didn't show it?
No, they edited that part out earlier. If that was President Biden, I don't think they'd edit it out. I think
they would slow it down and everything. I thought the
loop.
garbage truck thing was hilarious. Like when that popped up in my feed yesterday, and it's just him saying, "How do you like my garbage truck?" I was dying.
And then he's wearing the vest and everything.
The orange
and he
vest.
kept it on during the speech too.
But again, he's playing to his base.
They're
voting for him already.
100%.
Like you said, this just reminds Puerto Ricans, though, of what was said on Sunday.
Maybe one thing that I notice, and look, I don't have great insight into this. I may try to get somebody on who does for tomorrow's show, but I noticed these Puerto Rican stars, these celebrities, Nicky Jam, who, I'll be honest, I'd never heard of Nicky Jam before. He's got 43 million followers. He had endorsed former President Donald Trump, and he pulled back his endorsement yesterday. And then you had Don Omar, who's got 50 million, followers. You've got Bad Bunny, 45 million followers. They're all bringing this up, talking about it on their social media channels, obviously pushing back against it. I don't know if in that community that will have more of an impact than, say, like Beyonce doing an event in Texas, which I don't think really, aside from getting attention for the event, I don't think it really moved the needle one way or another. I don't know if these stars have more influence in the Puerto Rican community. But I did notice that, and Nikki Jam was especially interesting because that's somebody who had previously endorsed Trump.
That took it back, yeah.
Doesn't like those comments. And one thing that Trump hasn't really done, and actually let me play the clip. This is his response to a question about the comedian's comment. This is what he said yesterday from the garbage truck.
I don't know anything about the comedian. I don't know who he is. I've never seen him. I heard he made a statement, but it was just a statement that he made. He's a comedian. What can I tell you? I know nothing about him. I don't know why he's there. You put comedians up, and I guess he went on earlier in the show. I don't know who he is.
He hasn't flat out said, like, I disavowed that the joke wasn't funny. Like, that's not right. He hasn't done that. It's been, I don't know the guy. I don't know anything about this.
Right, which just makes him sound kind of stupid, like he has no idea what's going on with his campaign.
Right. Of course he knows by now. And you're not putting an end to it. And I wonder, you're kind of keeping it around longer. And then with these celebrities, they're pushing back against. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to have an impact.
I can tell you on the issue you brought up about whether the Puerto Rican community is paying attention. I can tell you they absolutely care about when their island is insulted like that. Now, whether that turns into votes, whether it actually creates turnout in favor of Kamala Harris in a swing state like Pennsylvania remains to be seen.
Right.
It's sort of like the question about how big is the Arab American vote going to be in Michigan over the issue of Gaza. We don't know exactly, but we do know that those communities have been inflamed by these issues, and it could potentially harm Trump, and it is definitely not something that he wanted to do days before the election.
No, absolutely. All right, what else we got going on this morning, Chris?
Well, Oscar Leone is feeling the Miami heat. Miami Herald, they get credit for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that from them. The artist behind the new Dwyane Wade statue, or maybe we should just call it the statue.
Yeah.
Doesn't look at all like the Kaseya Center has been taking an online beating from fans. Many claim it doesn't look anything like their basketball hero. So under the unveiling, commenters immediately voiced displeasure, and now the memes are just all over the internet. And here's a lot of them are great. Have you seen the one that makes it look like the guy from Frasier, Kelsey Grammer?
Really?
Yeah, there's one that compares him to Kelsey Grammer.
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen it, but in my head I can picture it.
Exactly. I thought the same thing. I'm like, you know what? And then you look at it and you're like, yeah, I see it. Some of the other ones out there, the guy from The Matrix, Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, right.
John Amos from Roots. And some people were comparing the teeth looking like Chiclet's gum. So it is just not going over well. But, in this case, this was one of these situations where, look, I can tell you from the Chicago experience with Michael Jordan, bronze just doesn't do a good job capturing what people really look like.
Yeah.
People were criticizing that statue back when they unveiled it in front of the United Center. It was a shot of Jordan sort of doing that, that long thing with his legs you see on the Nike commercials. And everyone was like, well, where's the tongue? Because he always has his tongue sticking out.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So you look at the face, and it just didn't really look like Jordan. But this one, because of the the rage
detail
on the guy's face,
it's especially bad.
Is that what you want all your fans to look at every time they come in? I mean,
I have a feeling it's going to be a popular attraction tonight for Halloween because it's so scary. So
there's one comparing it to Lawrence Fishburne. Look at this one. I think this is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
The article is called "The Dwyane Wade Statue Looks Like Everyone Except Dwyane Wade." It just compares him to a bunch of different people.
Great.
Yeah.
And real quick, is LA burning? What's going on there? They won the World Series, and there was some stuff happening over there, some celebrations late at night.
Are you telling me you didn't pay any attention?
Let me tell you what, I watched that inning where it all fell apart for the Yankees. I've never seen anything quite like that before. They just kind of threw away the game.
At least they won one game.
Yeah.
But LA was just spectacular.
That lineup was too good. Yeah. But I saw there were some pretty interesting celebrations afterwards. So.
Yeah, we're looking at that, but hopefully
things have calmed down this morning.
It's LA, and it's not the Yankees. So
all right, Chris Trankman with today's top stories. Chris, thanks so much.
Thank you.